Welcome to The Explainer. We're jumping right in tonight, tracking a story with massive global consequences. A growing conflict in the Middle East that is pushing the world's entire energy supply right to the brink. First up, the big headline. In a story that's changing by the minute, the conflict across the Middle East is seriously escalating. And no surprise, global markets are already getting spooked. You can see the instability is causing some serious jitters. And while other stories are happening, there's one real-world drama unfolding right now that's driving pretty much everything else. So let's get into it. Okay, here's where we stand. We are 17 days into a conflict between Iran and a coalition led by the US and Israel. And believe me, the situation is getting more intense by the hour. Just look at how fast this has spun out of control. On day 1, the UAE is intersecting missiles. By day 7, thousands are being evacuated. And now, just 17 days in, we're talking direct strikes on critical hubs like the Dubai airport. This is not a slow burn, folks. It's a full-blown flashpoint. And it's not just a physical conflict. A massive information war is raging. You've got President Trump accusing Iran of using AI for a massive propaganda and disinformation campaign. On the other side, Iranian state media is putting out its own unverified claims, like saying they hit the USS Abraham Lincoln. This is a battle for the narrative just as much as it is for territory. And behind all the headlines and military moves, there's a very real human cost. This number, 850, that's the estimated death toll in Lebanon from Israeli strikes on Hezbollah targets. It's a stark reminder of just how severe this crisis is becoming. So, you might be asking, why is a regional conflict having such a huge global impact? Well, it all comes down to one single critical spot on the map, the Strait of Hormuz. Think of this narrow passage as the main artery for the world's energy supply. A huge chunk of the planet's oil flows right through it, so its closure, even partially, sends shock waves through the global economy. We're talking fears of a major long-term energy crisis. This is way beyond just a regional fight. And the political pressure is absolutely ratcheting up. This quote on the screen, "We'll remember," that's a direct warning from President Trump. He's demanding that allies, and he named about 7 countries, step up and form a naval coalition to police the strait. The message is pretty clear. If you don't help, there will be consequences. And let me be clear, this fallout isn't some far-off theoretical problem. It is already hitting global economies hard, and it's disrupting daily life way beyond the conflict zone. Take this number, over $105. That's the price for a barrel of Brent crude oil, and it's surged past that as this conflict rages. Now, why does that matter to you? Well, a price point like that affects everything from what you pay at the pump to the cost of groceries on the shelf. So, in direct response to that price shock, major economies are hitting the emergency button. Japan, for one, has officially started to dip into its strategic oil reserves to try and calm the market down and keep a lid on rising costs. And the disruption goes way beyond just shipping. A drone attack actually sparked a huge fire at Dubai International, which is one of the busiest airports in the entire world. It forced them to suspend all flights, stranding thousands of travelers from all over the globe. So, with the whole region on a knife's edge and the world holding its breath, where does this all go from here? There are a few key things we're watching. First, any hope for diplomacy seems to be stalled out. President Trump has said he's not ready to make a deal. At the same time, a humanitarian crisis is exploding, with over 850,000 people displaced just in Lebanon alone. And this is all happening in an environment of extreme instability, with countries like the UAE on constant high alert. And tragically, we're seeing civilian casualties mount, like the Palestinian national killed in Abu Dhabi. So this is the critical question facing every world leader right now. The shutdown of the Strait of Hormuz has turned what was a regional conflict into a full-blown global crisis. And as this story keeps developing, the answer to what comes next isn't just going to decide the fate of the Middle East, but the stability of the entire global economy.